Okay students, in the last video we have seen about the short circuit and open circuit time constants. In this class we are going to discuss about the time responses. Up to now we have seen the steady state response of the sinusoidal signals, but sometimes we need to amplify the non-sinusoidal signals too, like the step signals, square signals and etc. Okay, suppose if our input is a step or square wave, then what is the output voltage of our circuit that will given by the time response of our circuit. Okay, let us see the voltage transfer ratio or the gain of this circuit. Here Vi of S and Rs are the source and its source resistance, and Zc is the coupling capacitor reactance that is equal to 1 by SCS in the reactance in the S domain, and Rp is the parallel resistance that was in parallel with the output. So the voltage across Rp is nothing but the V0 of S, and Vi of S is the input signal and V0 of S is the output signal. The ratio V0 of S divided by Vi of S is nothing but the gain of the circuit or else the transfer function of this circuit, which is equal to Rp divided by Rs plus Rp into S into Rs plus Rp into Cs divided by 1 plus S into Rs plus Rp into Cs. Okay, because this derivation we have already done in the last videos. Okay, so you have to go there and check the voltage transfer function of this particular circuit. And here Rp by Rs plus Rp I am taking as K2, the constant K2. This Rs by Rp into Cs I am going to take it as a tau s, that is the time constant of the series circuit. Okay, where the time constant tau s is equal to Rs plus Rp into Cs. From this equation I am going to get the output voltage V0 of S. If I take this Vi of S to the right hand side, that will multiply the right hand side equation. Therefore, the V0 of S is equal to Vi of S into K2 into S tau S divided by 1 plus S tau S. If our input signal is a step function, then the Vi of S, which is the input signal in Laplace domain, will be equal to 1 by S. Therefore, the output voltage equation can be written as V0 of S into Vi of S, which is nothing but a 1 by S, which was replaced here 1 by S into K2 into S tau S divided by 1 plus S tau S. Now we can cancel this 1 by S and here S. Okay, we can cancel S and S. Therefore, in this equation we have K2 into tau S divided by 1 plus S tau S. Now dividing the numerator and denominator by the tau S. Okay, after dividing this numerator and denominator with the tau S, the numerator will be equal to 1 and denominator after dividing this 1 divided by tau S, which is equal to 1 by tau S, and dividing S tau S divided by tau S, which gives you S. Therefore, the V0 of S equation will be equal to K2 into 1 by S plus 1 by tau S. This is the output voltage equation for this series circuit which forms a high pass filter too. Okay, therefore, if I take the inverse Laplace transform for the above equation, we can find the output voltage time response as after applying the inverse Laplace transform. So, which is in the form of 1 by S plus A, which is equal to e power minus at. Okay, so this is the output voltage equation of this series circuit. Here we are assuming this series circuit as an input side circuit and Zc is nothing but a coupling capacitor. If we are trying to amplify the voltage pulse using a coupling capacitor, the voltage applied to the amplifier will be droop, which means that this output voltage will falls like this. Okay, so output voltage may falls when we give a pulse signal to our amplifier circuit using this coupling capacitor. In order to eliminate that, we have to take that time constant tau s, which is greater than the t, where t is the input pulse width of the input signal. Here the 0 to t is the input time pulse width. If the time constant is more, we may get more tilt, as the large time constant implies that the large coupling capacitor. Okay, if the time constant is more, then we need to take a more value of the coupling capacitor. Let us see the steady state output response for a square wave input which was given to the coupling capacitor and which has a large time constant. Here if you take this pink color line is the input signal and this dotted line is the output signal. You can observe that because of the high time constant the wave got tilted here. Okay, here also we got the duped response at the output side. So because of the high time constant, we got the duped response. Okay, so when we observe this dotted line, we can understand that thing. Let us take the parallel circuit. So here I am assuming RS and VI of S which are forming the source and its source resistance, and RP is the input resistance of our amplifier, and ZC is the input capacitance of our amplifier circuit. Therefore, the reactance of this capacitor can be taken as ZC, that is equal to 1 by S into Cp. The transfer function of this circuit can be given as V naught of S divided by Vi of S is equal to Rp divided by Rs plus Rp into 1 by 1 plus S into Rp parallel Rs into Cp, which was already derived in the last videos. And here Rp by Rs plus Rp I am taking as a K1. This Rp parallel Rs into Cp I am taking as tau p, the time constant of the parallel circuit, which is equal to Rp parallel Rs into Cp. Again I am taking the input signal is a step signal, which means that Vi of S is equal to 1 by S. Therefore the output voltage can be written as V naught of S is equal to K1 by S into 1 by 1 plus S into tau p. Okay, so here I am dividing the numerator and denominator with tau p. Therefore, the equation will become K1 by S into 1 by tau p divided by S plus 1 by tau p. So, which is in the form of A by S plus A. After taking the inverse Laplace transform for the above equation, we can find the output voltage as a time response as V naught of t is equal to K1 into 1 minus e power minus t by tau p. Okay, so this is the output voltage equation for this low pass filter circuit. Okay, here it is forming a low pass filter. Okay, so therefore the output voltage V naught of t is equal to K1 into 1 minus e power minus t by tau p. If we are trying to amplify the input voltage as a pulse, suppose if you assume our input voltage is a pulse, we need to ensure that the time constant tau p is short when compared with the pulse width of t, so that the signal V naught of t reaches to a steady state value, which means that if our input signal is a pulse, then we need to take that time constant tau p as short as possible than the pulse width t, so that the V naught of t will reach us to the steady state value. Means that if the time constant is less, then it will reach us to the steady state value as soon as possible, so that the short time constant, which will give a short input capacitance of an amplifier. Let us see the output response of a circuit for a square wave input signal and for a short time constant. Okay, so here the 0 to 2 is the pulse width of the input signal. Let us see the steady state output response of a square wave, which is a combination of the pulse signals. Okay, so here if you see the steady state output response of a square wave input and the load capacitance, the short time constant. For short time constant, we are getting a short tilt at the input side. The output voltage reaches to the steady state value as soon as possible if you take the short time constant. And similarly, in the negative side also, the output voltage reaches to the steady state value as soon as possible when we take the short time constant. This is about time response of series circuit and the parallel circuit for the step signal as well as the square wave or pulse signals.